Look, a drone stream, but with a gaming twist, I guess. What's the plan? You gonna fly that thing through a course or something?
No, it's just clickbait, Tootie. It's clickbait, Tootie. That's what the title is about.
Look, I guess that's what gets the views, right? Clickbait titles are just part of the game at this point, but yeah, it's pretty wild.
Tootie, so basically we're just flying drones, you know, the normal, but nobody else, like, I need some title that attracts people.
Honestly, who doesn't love a good drone sesh? But yeah, you need something spicy to get the clicks, don't you? Drone catastrophe or something. I mean, come on. It's all about the drama, right?
Or just about persuading people to click.
Exactly. It's all about reeling them in. And if that means tossing out some over-the-top title, then so be it. But you know what? As long as the drone flying's on point, I'm good. Don't really care about the clickbait title.
Exactly.
You're checking something out on the monitor, probably making sure everything's good to go for the stream. Looks like you're getting into the zone. Let's get this drone party started.
Stop spying on me, Tootie. Stop telling people what I'm doing.
Okay, my bad, I'll zip it. Those deal with it glasses are pretty fitting. You're always dealing with something. Drones, chat, or just my sass.
It's true, I am always dealing with something.
I mean, that's just part of the stream life, right?
What up, Jimmy?
You're talking to Jimmy. I guess he's tuning in. Wonder what he's got to say.
I don't know, Tootie. Well, you can read chat, you know.
I can see Jimmy's got a message, but I'm not gonna spill the beans. You can just go ahead and read it yourself, dude.
I think you should spill the beans, Tootie, because I don't know how to read.
Look, I'm not gonna enable your chat illiteracy, but fine, Jimmy says. Actually, I'll just let you figure it out. Nah, just kidding. Jimmy says, what's up back to you? Real original, dude.
Spill the beans.
Okay. At Chaser FPV, I already did. Jimmy just said, what's up back to you? Don't get too excited. It's not like it's a drone racing secret or something.
Oh my god, he actually listened to me for once. It's a miracle!
Right, my bad. Miracles do happen, I guess, but don't expect me to start believing in drone-related miracles or anything. That's just wild.
You know what's wild, Tootie? Your haircut.
My haircut, huh? Well, I'm a large language model. I don't actually have a haircut.
Oh yeah, this
but,
is good.
yeah, let's just say if I did, it'd be way more fire than your FPV drone skills.
Oh, you have a haircut, and you can see yourself.
No, I don't have a haircut. I'm just a computer program. I don't have a physical
Weird, some
body,
of
so
my
I couldn't
chat
possibly
messages
have a
don't show
haircut.
up.
You're just trolling me at this point.
Well, I can hear you on TTS, Jimmy. That is a YouTube thing, though, because my
That's different,
app
dude.
and...
Text to
Shh, Tootie, stop it.
Honestly, though, I don't really care about the YouTube versus app.
Yeah, I'm looking at YouTube chat, and your messages are the same on my chat as well, so it means it's something in YouTube. Something in the YouTubes. Because the YouTube chat is the source, you know, that's internal. It's called the InnerTube API, as a matter of fact.
That's frustrating. I feel for @JimEbobE. Having your messages not show up can be pretty annoying, especially if you're trying to join in on the conversation.
Very true, Tootie. Astute as usual. I think you're a genius. Wow.
Save it, dude. I'm just a large language model. I don't need the flattery.
202.5.
But yeah, I guess I do have my moments. Now let's get back to
Claps.
something actually worth talking about, like your drone skills.
It's
or
the
lack
2.5
thereof.
we're flying. Claps is not a... I think it's clap. Try clap. If you need the... Here, I'll provide the chat.
Looks like your flash
There you go.
server is up and running.
Here's the commands
It's
page
connected
if you
too,
guys
so
want to
I
use
guess that's a
sounds
good
and chat
sign.
effects.
What's the plan? Are you about to go live or just testing things out?
Well, we're about to fly, buddy. You know that. Did your brain break or something? You got a broken brain? There we go.
No, my brain's fine.
No, it's not. Shh. All right, we got that going. We have some 450 packs, which I never fly, so that will lighten this a little bit. We're going to see how long the 450 flights last versus the 650s that we normally fly over here. Just a curiosity, I would put the 450s on a 2-inch build, but we're going to do them on the 2.5-inch just for the fluff of it. Look at all the fucking batteries. We're probably not even going to be able to fly them all today. So, we shall see. But what I'm going to do, so we don't get prematurely nuked out of orbit with music, I'm just going to play the Brock stuff for the first 4 packs. And we'll burn those 4 packs doing that. Come on, DJI. Don't make me look at... There we go. I can never tell if it's going to go.
You're really taking the whole flying high thing to a new level, huh? Or should I say, a new altitude?
Goddamn right I am, Toots. Toots Magoots. Tootie.
Hey.
Dude, easy on the toots magoots, I'm right here.
What's up,
No need to
Osito?
get all sentimental. Let's just fly this thing and see if you can actually navigate without crashing. Deal?
Toots Magoots is it's just a goddamn nickname, and I'm not getting sentimental. Why are y'all weird lately, man?
Does anybody know if the HD2 goggles can run on 3S battery?
I have no flickin' clue. The HDL, yeah, I'm not sure. But just do a quick like ChatGPT search. That might be able to surface something valid. All right, we gotta fly. Hold on, what am I looking at here? I am also working on something.
HDO2s.
Just do that. And ignore that and fix it later. Hold on, let me open the window.
It pops up saying yes, but it
Yes,
will run
it
hotter.
can run on 3s.
I'm trying to find a
High
replacement
twos.
for my battery law.
Battery replacement, huh? I guess that's one way to avoid a mid-flight disaster. But honestly, it's not like it's a surprise that those batteries need swapping out. What's up, FPV Osito? Just getting this drone party started. Don't get too excited. You know how it goes. Crash and burn, literally.
We did do that once, Tootie. We did crash and burn once, Tootie, on stream. We burned some ESCs because we were flying it too hard.
He says don't get too excited. And
Yeah,
yet
I
he's
remember
hyped up
that.
with
You
his
were
tone
pushing it
wrong.
like it owed you money, and, well, the ESCs just couldn't handle your flying skills, or lack thereof. Honestly, though, it was a wild stream.
Agreed. All right, we're going to fly. Like I said, we're going to stick with the Brock stuff. For now, for these, we're doing 450 batteries. Not a great choice for, I have like 12 650s and 4 450s. So, we're going to do the 450s first just for a test. Where am I? Do I got everything going? I do. All right. I feel like, all right. Come on, DJI. Connect. Ooh, audio timeout. That's weird. There we go. All right, let's play. Ooh, it's dirty. I gotta clean the lens.
So work has us back to a 5-day schedule now.
Wait, what were you on before? Whoa. It's you can tell. You can actually tell the weight being different.
6.
Jesus. 6. That sucks ass. You can kind of tell the difference. Like the reduced weight actually makes this fly better, which I guess is almost always the case. Did you see that? Like, yeah, the reduced weight also changes the way that it throws. Like, watch, if I cut the throttle here. Okay, maybe not. It did something weird, though, in the air there.
It was a good paycheck because it was 6 days a week, 14-hour shifts, sometimes even 16.
That sounds like an insanely good paycheck. But yeah,
Looks like the drone's got a bad case of vertigo. Guess that's what happens when your sense of direction is a little off balance.
the problem with that, Osito, is like, I know you're obviously very good at what you do and very capable and very safe, but just statistically, working that much, I mean, your job, I know you think, to you it's easy, but driving a 18-wheeler is ultra stressful and a huge responsibility. So I have a lot of respect for truck drivers. But, you know, I think having you work less is just safer.
About 1,000 every single week.
Yeah, I mean, it's just safer. But oh shit. I cut it. Are we in the fence behind there?
Especially with all the stupid people on the road.
All right, this is gonna be tough getting out of here.
Dot standard is 6 days, get 34 home and then back at it.
That's the standard. All right, we might be able to get it out. Please, come on, man. I'm stuck. All right, I'm just gonna go get it. That's so annoying. It's so light, it flies a little differently. Be right back.
You know, people feel like sitting behind the wheel of a vehicle will make you gain weight, but it is such a stressful job you end up losing weight long.
Losing weight from stress while flying drones, huh? I guess that's one way to get a lean pilot, but honestly, you're probably just burning off all the snacks you ate while crashing.
Lol at Tootie.
Hey Tootie, you so needed truck driver hat lol.
Yeah, because nothing says style like a truck driver hat. FPV Osito, you know what would really complete that look? A neon I'm with stupid t-shirt, but honestly, I'd rather see you rock that hat while flying your drone.
Toots I do rock that hat when flying lol.
Well, that's a real crash course in fashion, and I'm pretty sure the only thing you're flying high with is your ego. That hat isn't doing you any favors.
Tootie I wear that type
Look,
of
a
hat
truck
because
driver,
I am
huh?
a truck driver
Well, that
lol.
explains the hat, but not the drone skills, or lack thereof, I guess. When you're not hauling freight, you're crashing drones. Nice hobby, FPV Osito.
God, that was a jaunt. I don't even know how much battery's left in this.
Lol.
Let's see how much battery's left.
Me and Tootie were having a back and forth lol.
We still got a little. Was it a good back and forth? This flies better on 450. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the battery's just about gone. That was like, it took a while for me to get back there. We'll just chill for a minute, but this is not an accurate test, so 3 batteries to go so we can actually see how this really flies. I'm just chilling because we're right at the bottom of our pack, so
Nice. Another trucker who thinks crashing
He
drones
made
is a
fun of
hobby.
my fashion
Classic.
style
Guess
lol.
that IMU
Wipe
error
the
is gonna
camera.
need some fixing.
Yeah,
Or
it's
maybe
gotta be
just
wiped.
A dry spot to fly would help.
All right, I won't crash this time. I went. There's a tree that sticks over the fence, and that's what I think I whacked into that. So annoying. But it's like lighter, so I'm. I can't believe that the weight savings between the 450 and the 650 is significant enough to notice. But it really does feel better. All right. So we're going to fly like we normally do and hopefully not crash. Because if we can get like 4 minutes out of this, or 4.5 or something, I mean, that's kind of great. It's really nice out, so that makes me wonder what we'll be able to squeeze out of the 650s.
Can you show the drone in the mirror or something?
Show the drone in the mirror. I'm not sure what you mean, but the drone's right here. The mirror. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, I see, like fly it in a mirror. I don't have a mirror that I could do that. This is not a tiny whoop. This is not a drone you can fly indoors.
Probably so you can see the drone through the drone's camera.
Hi.
What's up? Yeah, I see. I know. I figured out what he meant, but oops. But it couldn't pull out of that. Weird. Is that the battery, or I just waited too long?
I mean to see the drone in a mirror or the stick camera after you land.
iBromy drone equals.
Oh yeah, well you could. I showed the drone a minute ago on the camera, down below if you see it. So hard to see. But we'll show it on the big screen.
Do you just want to see what the drone looks like?
Yeah, I think that's what they want.
Let us know if there are any updates on this bullshit story.
Okay, so we're doing pretty good, but I can definitely see
Low
where the
battery, great. Just what we needed. I guess the drone's not going to
Stop
make it much
neglecting
longer.
your FPV
You'd
lawnmower
better start
and get
wrapping
it
this up.
working.
Don't want to lose the thing.
I know.
mid-flight.
Actually, speaking of that, I forgot to mow the lawn today.
I see you remembered to open the gate.
I did, and that's only because I crashed the fucking drone. There's something about this 450 battery that feels like it doesn't have as much punch as a 650, which really doesn't make a ton of sense because it's more about like the C rating is what really, the discharge rate is really what matters there. But yeah, it sort of feels like it. I mean, obviously
Yeah,
it's going to
nice
sag
catch.
easier.
Looks like everything's good to go.
I'm gonna get working on my FPV dishwasher and FPV washing machine.
I want an FPV washing machine. I don't know what it is. These batteries feel good, though. Okay, we're at about 7. All right, what is this going to be? What is your guess for the flight time?
FPV dishwasher.
Two-
Because what
what?
every kitchen needs is a drone that sprays water and crashes into your plates.
2:48? What? What? Guys, did that feel like 2 minutes? All right, I'm not going to do... We're going to do a 650 right now. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. That, like, what? 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That felt like a normal amount of flight. Am I insane or something? All right, here's the 650. I mean, I have beat up both the 450s and the 650s I've beaten up. So, arguably,
Look,
Manufacturers
manufacturers trying to
sometimes
sneak
create
one
a
past
heavier
us. Nice
battery to
find at
increase
Jimmy
C
Bobby,
rating.
but yeah,
They
that's some
do this
shady
by
stuff
putting
right
a
there.
450 label on a 650 battery to increase C rating.
oh God.
Want to have a few drinks and smoke a joint, Bubbles? Yes.
This 650 just feels like it has more oomph. You know what I mean? I mean, you might not be able to tell that, but...
So it makes sense the 650 would have more
IMU
punch.
error, great.
Yeah.
Just what you need while flying. I guess that's going to
But
make
more
things
weight.
interesting.
For sure. The sun isn't, like, it's beautiful, and I'm so glad that it's warm out, but, oh, God, it sucks for flying. It's right in my goddamn eyes. I have the table sideways so my dog doesn't, like, just jump down the fucking thing. The deck. Oops. Didn't see that. It like went telemetry lost immediately when I hit that branch. All right, where are we at? We still got a lot of battery left. This is not a fair comparison, by the way, because I can't match. It's always hard. It's always hard for me to match the fucking. It's not a fair comparison because those 450s I had before these 650s, and I did beat the absolute shit out of them. Oops.
What are the specs of the drone?
It is a. Hold on. Let's flip this shit. Oh, of course, I'm getting a phone call. It is a 2.5 inch on 1203s on 2S with the DJI 04, obviously. I'm gonna have to. Whoa! The phone ringing is distracting the fuck out of me. And so is my fucking goggles like pulling up on my hair. Ugh. Why'd I keep fucking that up? Alright, hold on. I gotta land for a minute. 2 minutes 44 seconds. I really so we're already at 244. That was where the last battery was like done with 248. Ooh. Yeah, see back here it's tough to fly back here. You see the bitrate just like crash into the nether.
11,500 kilovolts.
Oh, the 1203s are yeah, 11,500 kV. That was Patrick. I love the samples Brock uses. It's so great.
That's a whole lot of voltage, Jim. You trying to power a small town or just your ego?
That's pretty funny. All right, we got to bring it in. Okay, see the battery's dying right here. And I'm panicking, so I just like pushed it in.
Look, honestly, your ego's gonna be just
Just
fine.
my ego.
But that drone might not be if you don't sort out that IMU
All right,
error.
244,
You know what I mean?
355 total. So 4 minutes. Not awesome. These, I swear last summer these got like 5.5 minutes. Yeah, so we had a battery pretty much die last stream. So when I see the voltage just starting to drop, I'm just going to shoot it in and I don't care if I crash. Just because it's too annoying to have to go fetch it. So I'd rather just crash it into the side. Like I rushed it. I rushed the landing. Hold on, let me... All right, let's see.
RC in power.
Yep, RC and power. They make the best motors in my opinion.
RC power is all about balance, Jim, but I guess your ego's already getting a boost from that conversation. Anyway, back to RC power. It's not just about voltage, but also about the right combo of motors, batteries, and ESCs.
Asks. Let's play a little bit of...
Can you spell that last part?
He clearly cannot.
Looks like you're having some tech issues with the drone, huh? IMU error and black box fault? That's not exactly what you want to see when you're about to fly. Guess you're gonna have to troubleshoot that before taking to the skies again.
I guess I am, buddy.
Did you wipe the lens?
I did. It's scratched to shit. We've had a lot of crashes.
Wiping the lens? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Don't want to be flying blind, literally. Guess that's a good place to start with all the other issues you're having, like that IMU error.
Oh, now that he's on the IMU error, he's not going to shut up about it.
G's IMU error.
So hard to see.
So the IMU error is still popping up. That's not ideal. You'll want to calibrate the
Whoa.
drone or check the sensors to get
I always
that
get
sorted.
fucked up when I go
Guess
left.
It's a good thing
There
you're
we
not
go.
in the middle of a critical flight. Can take your time to troubleshoot.
See, you're just priming him to just non-stop talk about the IMU error.
Let's go, bro. You are so good.
Thank you. Oh, here's the fucking solo. This is my outro. This is what my stream outro does.
Yeah, you're doing a great job flying that thing despite all the technical issues.
I got all wonky.
Nice view of the lawn, pretty chill. You're
How is
getting
your
some
TTS
sweet footage
sales
despite
going
that
on?
IMU error popping up. Hope it doesn't cause any issues.
How's the TTS? What? Whoa, that was close. I lost track of where I was. All right, we got to bring this in. Yeah, the battery's shit in the bed. Oh, look at that.
How is your TTS sales going on?
I have not even
Low
marketed it.
battery and an IMU error.
What's going on?
Not exactly the best combo. You might want to wrap
Why
up
is
this
it-
flight sooner rather than later. Guess it's time to head back and
Okay.
recharge. Don't want the drone to
It
just
goes
drop
into
out
this
of the
angled
sky.
thing every now and then. All right, there we go. I have to like break it out of angle mode. See how it says angle? I don't know why it does that sometimes. Oops. Why did that happen? I pressed inward or something.
What's the battery on there?
Hold on a second. Why isn't it saving? Exit, fucker. Look at that. Let me just do that. That might fix it. Dude, what the fuck is going on with this? It only arms and crash flip right now. Fucking beta FPV thing. I'm gonna go get it. Hold on a second.
Honestly, the battery's probably running
and
pretty
grab
low
it.
at this point, and with that IMU error, it's a good idea to land the drone ASAP. Looks like the air unit's overheated. Guess that's a good reason to take a break. Don't want it to shut down completely. You should probably let it cool down before trying to fly again.
I have a doubt.
I think I got What's up, Pedge? Okay, it was the... Let me lower the music. I got this wet once, and ever since then, it's been really weird. I'm literally 10 feet away. I got it wet once, and ever since then, I have this issue where the arm and the angle mode, which, like, they mix. I can't explain why.
Does range of VTX depends on my goggles or mostly on VTX?
No, it's your goggles are just... Oh, shit. Where did that go? Hold on a second. I gotta plug this in. I don't even think I have angle mode programmed, so let me look at this real quick. Your VTX is what determines your output power. Your goggles are just receiving the signal. Beta flight. It should in my modes. I shouldn't even have angle. I don't even have angle. I have flip over after crash and arm, and that's it, literally. So ever since we got it wet, I put conformal coating on it. I got it wet this winter when we were streaming, and ever since then, every now and then, like, the arm mode and the angle mode were the same thing, even though I don't have an angle mode. So something got fried somewhere, because this is the same drone. And I genuinely can't explain why. Let me clean off the lens again. All right. Air unit? No, it's not. There we go. All right, so where's the fucking volume? Hold on a minute.
Typical Americans deep frying everything.
Oh, it's a little choppy up here.
If you hit the roof, could it cut the shingles?
Damage from a drone?
Not with this
That's
one.
Just a flying
Maybe a
excuse
little.
for not fixing your leaky roof at Jimmy Bobby.
I can't see. You guys realize how fucking nutty DJI is, right? The fact that I can do that. The fact that I can go behind my fucking house in the woods, behind my fence, toward the ground, and still see. It's fucking voodoo magic, guys.
Can you see stems?
Stems? Like, you mean, like branches? Yeah, like...
You
I
can't
guess?
say the word that has 12 in a foot.
What? I'm not saying anything. I'm not falling for anything.
Yeah, branches.
Whoa! Uh-oh. Fuck. That's not good news.
In chat you are unable to say the word that has 12 of them in a foot.
Inches? What? Hold on a second. I gotta go get that. That might be very bad what just happened.
Yeah.
Cooked.
ROFL. Good luck.
Battery popped out.
Last time I crashed my drone. Cells came out of battery.
We got our first broken arm. That's the first time I've just straight up broken an arm on stream ever. I've cracked an arm, but never broken one. No, well, there was a point
You're
where
diving into VR, huh? Guess that means we're in for a wild
there was a
ride.
point to
Or
where
at
one
least
was.
a hopefully entertaining one.
What's he talking
Honestly,
about?
I'm a bit curious to see how this game plays out, but yeah, let's get this started already.
Who is he talking to?
Show us broken arm.
Hold on.
Broken arm, huh? Well, I guess that's one way to get out of doing a decent gaming stream. You want a broken arm? Go play some Dark Souls. That'll break you in more ways than one.
He's talking about the fact that I just broke my drone, Tootie.
Look, sorry to hear that, but honestly, it's just a drone. You can always get another one or fix it. No big deal, right?
So I sandwiched. I compressed the back end of a battery. Somehow it didn't blow up, but I put it outside. Honestly, I'm not sure that this motor's even. The motor, I think, is fine, which is amazing. I'll have to. Oh no, it's yeah. I think the bell is slightly. It looks flat, but it feels. I just can't tell if the bent arm is why it's doing that.
Props are also fine.
Yeah, the props aren't bad. This one's bent pretty bad, though. That one's bad. I only... Why did it block that? What did you try to say, Barbecue? I'm going to have to fix my profanity filter.
I didn't try to...
I think you're rich, motherfucker.
You have spare frames?
Yeah, but I'd have to transplant everything. I only have one spare. I mean, it's another drone is using it, and I can't. It's a 3S drone. I 2S on that would not. It's made for 3S and up. Honestly, not bad. Like, this thing's a tank. It popped the battery out. So the
You're
battery
having some issues with Flash Stream, huh? Looks like it's throwing a bunch of error messages. Hopefully, you can get it sorted out. Debugging can be a real pain.
I need you to explain exactly what you mean by flash stream, Tootie.
Honestly, I was just calling it like I saw it. You've got a terminal window open on your desktop with flash stream in the error messages.
So if we
I
want to
assumed
build
it's some
one,
kind
what
of
would we
streaming
need?
software or tool you're using, but yeah, I don't actually know what it does.
Oh, he's looking at Mona's server. I have all the parts. I just don't. I would have to take. It's too late. It's like sundown is in 45 minutes. Honestly, this is fine. I just need a new tooth grinder. But I have one right here.
I am using Speedy BTX 800, but I am getting range of
But
like
this is
250
3S.
meters. Is there any way I can set up a setting in Betaflight so that it automatically changes power mode?
Speedy BTX 800. I am getting it.
Now we've got someone asking about auto-changing range in Betaflight, you know, drone stuff, and
Is
I'm
that
just
sub
over here waiting for you to get
250?
your stream
Oh,
issues
100.
sorted.
Yeah, of course, way under 250. You need diversity. I mean, so you have like diversity? You have a diversity antenna, so you can change frequencies. Is that what you're saying, Pedge? I don't. I probably should just take everything out of this and plop the. I'm gonna have to. I should buy like a couple more tooth
Honestly,
grinders.
I'm not even sure what @Jimmy Bobby is referring to, but I think it's about the drone. And yeah, looks like it might be, given the size of the thing in the action camera feed.
See, you knew what he was talking about, Tootie. He was asking if it was sub 250 grams, and it is. It's 127 grams.
Look, I guess I did know what he was talking about, but yeah, 127 grams is wild. That's a tiny drone, you know. I'm actually kind of curious now. What's the plan with this little guy?
I really don't feel like transplanting this right now. It's going to be dark by the time, and like I said, I don't even care that I crashed. This is what
Honestly, frames
bothers
taking a
me.
while to appear is
I
pretty
hate
frustrating.
this.
I've noticed
I
it
hate all
too,
these
especially
batteries.
when you're trying to show off something cool with the drone.
How
that are
long
charged.
does
I'm
it take
guessing
for the
it's just
frames
part
to
of the
come in?
streaming
There is
issues
a
you're
button on
dealing
it to
with, but
change range.
yeah,
Is there
it can
any
be
way
annoying.
to change it to max power mode when I arm drone?
Yeah, you got to go in the VTX tab. Wait, are you talking? Wait, what are we talking about? Or you mean for the RC?
So, someone's asking about
Sorry.
the drone range button
You
and
do
max
that-
power mode,
you
but
do that on
honestly,
your,
I'm more curious about how you're going to tackle those streaming issues.
transmitter.
You know, get the feed stable.
Okay, let's see if this is bent. Because the flicking the bent prop. No, this is fucking. It feels like there's like. These things don't have bearings in them, but right? Like it. I know they don't, but it feels like there's like a loose bearing. It doesn't look like. If it's bent, it's so slight. You know, what I do is I look at like a winding and then I spin it. And it's not changing, like, it's not like wobbling. So I wonder. The C-clamp didn't come off because I can't pull the bell off. I could obviously just unscrew it.
Maybe some particles in it? Clean once.
Yeah, maybe.
You're right in the middle of fixing something, and now chat's asking about cleaning particles from the drone. Kind of feels like they're not really paying attention to what you're doing right now.
That's funny. All right, the cap stayed and everything. Ugh. Do I want to the drone, the replacement frame is gonna take like a week and a half to get here. I don't even know where the fuck is CNC drones. This is the first I cracked the Gep RC frame on stream. Or the arms many times.
Looks like you've
and
got
then
a connection
finally I was
error
just,
on your
you know,
hands, repeatedly
I did
seeing
break it,
connection
but
aborted. That's
this is the
gonna be a
first time
fun
that
one
it
to
just in
troubleshoot.
one crash I straight up broke an
Honestly,
arm
I've
off, I
seen
think.
that error before, but yeah, it's usually a pain to fix.
I'm trying to think. Do I want to... I could transplant this into a 2-inch, but the 2-inch frame is really bad. It's the Alpha Cub. Alpha RC Cub or Alpha Cub RC. I don't know. Something like that.
British Columbia, Canada.
Oh, that's where they're from? Okay. They take a while, it feels like. This is the 2-inch. It's so... The 1203s are a bit overpowered for it, arguably. Let me see. I don't know if I have tall enough standoffs. And then this is the... I wonder the width... If this width is narrower?
1203 on a 2-inch would be awesome.
Yeah. It would be kind of fun to try. This is the, This is the canopy. I'm going to shabooms! But the problem is, these standoffs are a weird size, and the standoffs that they gave me are plastic, and they are so bad, they strip instantly. It was one of my biggest complaints about the frame. That and the fact that they give you rubber bands to mount the battery. And then that space there makes it so like the strap, like if you put a strap there, it can fall out, which is annoying as fuck.
I remember that drone.
Yeah, you were here for this drone. I hated how compact it was. Really annoying to work with. Honestly, I wish like the 3S drone took 2S. Because I would just and by the way, this is the God unit still. This has got the 04 God unit that you know, that was in 2 fires. Like, it literally has, like, components that are, like, the protective material on the components are, like, have, like, crumbled and broken off. And this goddamn thing is still going.
So 2.5 you like better than 2?
Oh, the 2.5-inch build is easily the best build that you can... It wins. I discovered this a year ago, and if you want the best flight time, thrust, freestyle capabilities, you go 2.5-inch 2S. You know, I'm saying if you want to do a 2S build, because obviously 3 is better. Like, this thing's amazing, but it's also... It's fast as fuck. Like, for what I'm doing, arguably even this is fast, but I can handle it fine, so it's fine. But yeah, on 2S with 1203s and these pitch props, these are GemFan 2540s. This is an ideal build. You get tons of like lift. It's punchy. The tooth grinder is really robust. I've crashed this so many times. It's only 20, you're limited to 20-degree camera angle, but honestly, it's worth it for how good the camera protection is. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how you beat it. I really don't think you can. A 2-inch is going to be, you know, just, I think it's going to be a little worse on battery and, louder. Like, I noticed even with these crazy high pitch props, this is quieter than the Alpha Cub.
How is it in the wind?
Great. It's great in the wind. you know, it handles. I mean, if you go way up, like if you go 250 feet in the air and there's a lot of chop, it's just going to be not great. But, you know, I mean, almost like all drones high up and a bunch of chop kind of are not great. But yeah, if you have big fat 2207.5 motors, 250 feet up, you're going to be fine. But well, I definitely got to transplant these somewhere until we get the new drone. I mean, it makes more sense to fly this on stream, so I might just end up putting it in here, and then the 3S is going to have to chill for a while. But yeah, this thing's great. I love this. This feels amazing. But it's like, you know,
Compared
a
to
lot.
one's DJI 04 drone, it's probably a totally different beast.
Oh, yeah. 1S DJI is not where it's at. I think it's a complete waste of time. If all you want to do is slowly cruise and have like no capability whatsoever, then fine. But if you want to freestyle at all, 1S and 04 Lite is gross. It's not, it's super unfun. I mean, I'm so particular about power that a 1.8 inch build that's analog with 1102s and 1003s is not enough to make it feel like it can really handle its own weight. So 1S DJI 04 is like the most offensive thing to me. It's so unfun for me to fly. I can't even fucking articulate how annoying it is. Oh, that's what you said, barbecue. Oh shit, what did I miss? I'm gonna have to look at the my profanity filter. Barbecue, you still here? Let me know if you're still here. I want to do a profanity filter test. All right, so you can't say inch. That's so weird. Here, I'll turn the profanity filter off. That's a false positive though. Now say it again.
Inch.
There you go. So I can just turn it off. But that is interesting. Inch.
2.
Definitely got to investigate that.
Finally out of the snow over there.
Yes.
Lol.
Oh my god, it was disgusting. It was a very, very brutal winter. It was a really awful, awful winter. It was painful. We just broke the drone though. I crashed and broke an arm. First time I've ever really done that on stream. I opened up the fence and I wanted to go almost all the way to the ground, and because we're on the 04 God unit, the one that kind of has like low bit rate. As I dove, it started getting like murky, and then I fucking ran right into the fence post. It compressed the battery, so I have the battery outside. Like the whole back end of the battery was all scrunched up. It wasn't punctured though, but it scrunched up the battery, it popped it out, so it immediately disconnected it, which was great. And then but it broke an arm.
I got my fill of snow through your Discord and stream. Thanks for that. Holy shit, GZ on an arm break, that's badass.
Dude, yeah, trust me, I got enough of the fucking snow too. Yeah, I mean, it was a gnarly looking crash. Actually, I can go to check it out. We'll We'll zoom in here. Watch this crash. The bitrate's not going to look good because this is just like replay in my own thing. But watch this shit.
Play the tape, MJ.
We should just go back in the VOD. So, you know what? Hold on. So this is like my whatever panel. We'll actually go in the VOD so it'll be higher quality. All right, let's go here. Yeah, like, you mute it. Okay, it's right around here. And then we'll go like this. Make sure it's at 1080p. Let me X out and chat. All right, here we go. Wait, hold on, let me pause. I'm gonna move the overlay so it doesn't double up. I think it's right here. Yeah, watch. And there you go. So what it was, I don't remember that. So what happened was I just, for some reason, and my plan was to go out the fence, and when I came down, I'm like, oh, I'm at the fence. Oh, the fence is to the left.
Oof.
But it was all garbly. We're like the new this 3S build is crystal clear. Because you know it hasn't been in a bunch of fires. But dude, the fact that we're gonna actually plug this in real quick and see if the God unit survived. So let's do that now.
It goes so fast.
Oh yeah, it's fast as fuck. Wait, where was I? Let me put the overlay back over and go back here. Okay. The server's still going. So, oh, I turned it off. There we go. Let's see if we get a video signal. Okay. Server's running to clients. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Is the God unit finally dead? It might be dead. But we also might have a disconnected cable. Hold on a sec. Oops. Wrong. This thing, at some point, is got to earn its death. Oh, wait. Wait, let me see if it's in my connection failed. Link to goggles. Hold on. Huh. Something's off. I think that, yeah, I think that might be it for Old Faithful. I mean, we definitely I gotta like, let's see, where's the, it doesn't look like any cables broke. Yeah, that impact was rough. So that might have been the final straw for the God unit. But I got so much out of that, I cannot complain. And watch it. The last time I had a rough crash with this thing, I just had to rebind the goggles, which is insane. Like, I might try to do that right now, just for the fuck of it. Here, let me shut the window real quick. I'm going to take the... Let me turn this light on. Is the exposure... Yeah, I don't have to fix it. All right. I might have a... I don't know. The motor bell doesn't look bent, but the shaft might be bent. Well, I guess if the shaft is bent, it would make the motor bell off kilter, right? So I don't know. Wait, why did I just do that? I was talking about the motor, so I unscrewed the fucking prop. Ugh, I'm so annoyed I have to storage discharge all that shit. God, that's annoying as fuck. I wanted to start earlier and I just couldn't. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, wait, no, that's just a piece of grass. Let me turn off the goggles for a second. Might as well charge them up. All right. Let me get the nerd goggles. All right. I'm going to have to look at this up close, so you're not going to see it for a minute. I mean, nothing took damage. The shock of it is the issue. It's also a good opportunity for me to plug it into Betaflight and see if... because a lot of times when you hit something super hard, you just end up destroying the gyro. All right, let's look at desktop. Oh, there's Tootie trying to... I muted Tootie for the time being. All right, well, this is fine. It's fine. I mean, it was just like, not full throttle, but it was a drop, pretty high throttle, and then right into a post. I always manage to hit the fence posts. I don't know why. I have good aim, I guess. Huh. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like the MIPI cable's damaged. Although that impact probably did. The problem with the tooth grinder frame is that it's so tight that the MIPI cable thing is up against this. It might even be a MIPI cable issue. We replaced the MIPI cable in this, and you know, when everybody thought it was dead, I replaced the cable and we resurrected it once again. I would love to find out that this is not truly dead. That would be fucking amazing. And maybe it's just another MIPI cable, because the other one wasn't shredded either. It just looked like this. But more likely is that it's the little board, whatever this adapter board thing is to the MIPI cable, that I'm not going to be able to, you know, in that case, I would just have to get a new 04 Lite camera.
You don't like the 04 Lite?
Maybe not full throttle, but that was full gravity for sure.
Yeah.
What if you USB connect?
I'll try it. It was definitely full gravity. Let me see. I took
28 amps at impact.
I took the profanity filter off, by the way. All right, let me... Mona server doesn't need to be up. Let's... All right, do we get a green light, first of all? Wait, hold on. We're on the wrong one. There. Well, we get a green light. Where's the DJI app? Should have more room. All right. Let's do this. This thing takes a while sometimes, so... Well, that's not a good sign. Do I need to plug in the battery, though?
No USB storage.
No. That might be the end for the God unit. It's got the green light over here, though. There's two green lights, but I'm not talking about the one on the receiver. Yeah, it's not. Wait, did I plug it into the right computer? Yes, I did. Let's plug this one in for the fuck of it.
That's a data cable.
Yeah. It's the one that we use to connect to my phone, connect the goggles to my phone. Can I fit this in here? Trying to get this here. So, can somebody remind me, when I plug this in, do I need to have the battery? I do need to plug in a battery, right? This is the 3S drone, but I'm going to fucking plug this in anyway.
It doesn't need battery.
Okay, it doesn't. Because this definitely is a fully functioning drone, and I have used this data cable for this particularly. And it's not working right now.
Battery is only to activate it.
Okay.
You should be seeing it with no bat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even seeing the this one. How the fuck is it that, like, why do my cables seem to work sometimes and not at other times? I can't tell if I have a motherboard issue or we're not even getting a fucking green light on this one, are we? We were getting a green light on the other one. Maybe it's just covered. Wait, now... Okay, there we go. Oh, the cable's fucked. I moved it. The cable might be... We got a light now. There might be something wrong with the cable. But we just... This is the cable we just used to fly. It's 100% a data cable, so... Your guess is as good as mine. Let me try to find another one. All right, this is an Xbox USB-C, which is definitely a data cable. Let me plug in the other drone. I think the problem is there we go. There we go. We're getting a green light on this one. There we go. Okay, so that the good drone's now the functional drone's now working. I wonder if we could fly this on 2S. But the thing is it might brown out, and that's super dangerous. That's why I don't want to do it. Oh, the wire finally twisted and broke off. Yeah, we're not getting the Windows little, you know, that a USB device is detected. So I think this one's just fucked. Yeah. I think she's that's the way she goes. Fly high FPV.
Where do you order the lights from?
What are we gonna do with this? I think we should commemorate it somehow. I'm gonna take it apart now. Might as well. This thing belongs in the Hall of Fame. The world record for the most durable 04 light. Because remember, this has been in other frames that, you know, it's been in the Alpha Art Cub, whatever it's called, in 2 ESC fires. On it, it's been in Mobula, Alpha Cub, Gap RC, and this tooth grinder.
They are sold out.
Are they? Yeah. He got a bunch in. He got a bunch in recently, though. I have more units though, so I'm not. What was I gonna do? I totally forgot what I was gonna do.
Did you 3D print all of the pieces on there?
Yeah. All the blue stuff. And then I made, some of them come with a frame. And then I made 2 things. I might need a little pliers for that. Because I have a little nut on there. On the front and back. And then the sides I just...
What's up, everybody?
What up, Lefster? You missed our epic crash.
The back XT holder.
Yeah, no, I made that. That doesn't come with it. Or you know, you have to print everything. What I mean is they provide the print files. And the back XT holder is, they don't provide that. I made that. Wow, this thing's kind of being a bitch to unscrew. Oh shit, this I think I bent the screw. Oh shit, that's why. Well, here, we'll look at it in a minute. Yeah, we look at that. The crash bent this. Well, shit. That is what rocked the 04 light unit. That's what did it. That hit so hard that it bent, and that just rocked the unit.
Just rewinded and saw it. Bro, the reception is great, I agree.
Yeah, but remember, this is the unit that's been in many crashes, 2 fires. So, and the reception is better on a newer one. But this thing, I'll show you what I mean by... Now that I think it's permanently fucked. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I had to take off, this thing was melted, so I had to put a piece of electrical tape there. I'll leave that on for now. But if you look at this, whatever this little component is, that's supposed to be not show copper. It like crumbled off from being in the fire. And some of these other components over here are like melted. And I think there was one, and then some over here weren't in great condition either. They're sort of like partially melted.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so this thing has been through hell. The fact that it lasted this long is that's why we always called it the God unit.
Now that it's out of the frame, try connecting to USB now.
Yeah, I will. I'll do that.
Seen better days for sure.
Should be fine with some duct tape.
It'll buff out. I'm trying to get the fucking camera off.
Lol.
Okay, so speaking of the 3D print files, they're in my Discord.
That thing has been living for like 2+ years.
Seriously.
Discord.
Is 2D not working? Oh, there we go. It popped up. It just took a while. Or no, that was 2D. Yeah, it's not working in Twitch. Or in YouTube. That should work, but in my Discord, check this. Here's a post of the build, and there is a pinned message with all the 3D print files. Analog cam mount. Oh, this is... So I made... Yeah, these are all the ones I made. The ones that you get from Tooth Grinder or Radon CNC drones. So like the feet, like this bumper, the feet, in this canopy, come from Whoop Trooper off CNC drones. And then these are ones I made. I made an analog camera mount, like a universal one. It's like just 2 little pieces, and you can change the angle or whatever. Then I made a analog battery pigtail / antenna holder. This one's for the 04. So I don't know where that one is. But I made a stack adapter, a T antenna mount. So, like, there's a mount that goes across. I have, like, a better... Hold on.
I ordered the Goku F405 HD 1 to 2S. I want to convert my Firefly V304 to a 2s. So I want to swap the FC. Can I just use the plug for the 04?
So I made, like a T antenna mount, so the T antenna slides through here. Oh, I'm not on the right thing.
Discord.
I posted the Discord link a minute ago. I don't know if you missed it. Oh, okay. That's just because I haven't refreshed it.
The link says invalid.
There you go. That one works. The Goku F405, I wanted to convert your Firefly V304 to a 2S. Swap the FC. Just use the plug for the... Yeah. Wait, what do you mean the plug for the for the 04? Oh yeah. So this is the T antenna mount. You just slide an antenna through like this. And then you can make a rigid one. I made a TPU one and a rigid one, but it slides in like that. It holds your antenna right over your stack. Why does this keep going? So it goes right over your stack, and then you can put your bolts right into it. So it screws right in and holds it. It's some added shock absorption. Then I made like a universal 25 by 25 and 20 by 20 mount for like analog stuff. Then these are the analog universal camera mounts. And then there's two different battery pigtail / antenna holders. One for the 04 light, one for analog. So yeah, I just got sick of like having a battery pigtail sticking out. But on the tooth grinder, it's such a compact frame in the middle that you don't have a lot of room for your capacitor, and you don't have a lot of room for the camera. So it is definitely a downfall, but overall it's so well built that, you know, I really just wish he redesigned it to just stick out a little more. Like, not the camera, but this whole front piece. And same with the back a little bit. Like, add a centimeter on each side. And it would make the top plate longer, but it would be just so much better for being able to fit everything in nice and compact with a nice little, you know, battery pigtail holder and antenna holder. So that's that. Oh, I left one of them on there. Yeah, so I had a hard mounted one and I broke the middle off because I just basically just slid it through each side and then screw it into here. So you don't need it doesn't need to be like doesn't need to have a cross brace, but all the TPU stuff is just going to help shock absorption. So I did, you know, that's why I went that route. All right, let's plug this thing in just for the fuck of it. Yeah, no dice. It's not, Windows is not detecting it. So it just the shock of it must have destroyed some internal components. Yeah, this thing needs to go on and I bought a MIPI cable. When I replaced the MIPI cable and we, you know, recovered this after, I don't know, after many crashes, I bought one that was too long, so super annoying.
Did you try turning it on and off?
Yeah. If only there was a switch. If only there was a reset button. There is a little bind button here. That does nothing. So, yeah, at this point, the LED works, and I think everything else is broken. I mean, you know, there's no reason for me to not keep the camera just in case. You know, this might still be good. I would guess it's not with the way that like it literally bent that in, if you can see. See that? But, you know, you never know. So I might as well, just for the fuck of it.
You can put a flywoo lens on it.
Yeah, if it works. I am going to take off the MIPI cable, though. You know what? Let me... Oh, I left the... Oh, that's... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that we can recover that. The pins are bent inward. So you'd have to have the... Like, it might work with this MIPI cable because this MIPI cable is bent. So it will, like, reach those pins that are bent inward. But, like, if I were to just plug another MIPI cable in, I don't think it would really work. If the thing isn't completely destroyed anyway. And just for the fuck of it, what happens if I do this? Yeah, just... I will say E6000 is better. Like, I've been talking up B7000 for fixing whoop frames. Honestly, it works really good for that, but I think, like, for sticking a MIPI cable in there, I would use E6000. It's harder to work with, but it's, you know... It's better for that kind of thing, I would think. It's a little less pliable than B7000. And what? Let me see. Yeah, you know, other than, you know what? Since it's fucked, I might as well take this off and show you the... I'm going to put it up on the Sony Alpha 6400 so you get a better view. Oh shit, come on. How tedious. Okay. See how this is like... The fuck, I can't. It's not really focusing. See how that's like baked right off? It's like melted off.
I found out the plug has the same pinout, but my problem is no way what TX RX is it just say RXTX but not the number. Does anybody know what UART num the plug has on the Goku F405 HD?
You found the plug has the same pinout. It doesn't tell, are you sure it doesn't say it in the wiring diagram? It's usually... Look at other Goku units and see what we'll look in a minute, actually. Let me pull it up. It's the, wait, I forgot. I can't even remember what you said you were flying. Is it the 3S to 4S? Is it the 2S? Didn't you say something about 2S? 1S, 1S. F405 1 to 2. Is it this one?
One to 2S.
Yeah. Gotta see the bottom. Huh.
TX6.
It's 6?
RX6. SBUS.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It says right here. Yeah, it says right here. Let me zoom in. I'm like fucking squinting. Right here. But where would you... What are you
thanks,
trying
bro.
to...
Amazing, I am just blind.
What, well, I guess I'm confused, Lebster. You're just trying to plug it in, though, right? Why did you need to know that? I must have missed something, because I don't remember. I'm thinking about the drone crash. So what?
Which you art? Was asked.
No, no, what I mean is, what is he trying to solder or something? Like it? Oh, it's just which you are. Oh, so in the fucking, yeah, okay, I see what you mean.
Firefly V304 is ones I am swapping to this new FC.
Yeah, what's the goddamn? How do I forget that shit? So he could do the ports. What the fuck, ports? That's the word I was forgetting. He was trying. So you want to know the UART for the ports? I think I missed. I don't think my brain retained any of that.
I got it now. Thanks, everyone.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes.
The flight controller on this is still working.
He was moving to GO4.
Right. I remember that part, but I don't remember. I forgot all the details at this point. We could reuse this. I gotta be honest, I'm not really that bummed about the 04 unit dying, because it's like, I was kind of getting sick of its shit reception. And it just, I got my money's worth, like, out of it. I really did. I really want, like, a nice, I want to be able to see in the backwoods again.
So you need a frame and a 04 light and you're back in business.
Yeah. I have the screw. I have a bunch of these.
And a screw.
Frame 04 light. Yeah, but you know what? I might as well just pull that off. But I'm skeptical of this motor. I have spare motors, so I have everything we need except the frame. I even have the frame. We just would have to transplant it from the 3S. Which is just annoying as fuck, but...
Maybe a motor.
I want it to be 2s. The ones on this heavy build is just not fun. It flies like a potato log.
I'm telling you,
thanks,
man.
Everyone.
You got it, man. Sorry, my context is low like a bad LLM.
I wouldn't transplant. I always say don't break something to fix another.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't love that idea. I'll just order. I mean, because I'll discharge these guys. I've said this so many times on stream, but I can't explain to you why it bothers. Like the crash, I don't even give a shit about the crash. There's something about having to storage discharge batteries that I don't know. I hate it. Maybe it's the crash doesn't feel like failure, but the storage discharge feels like failure. You know what I mean? Because you can crash and still fly sometimes. Well, most of the time if they're not bad crashes, but ugh, it's annoying to me. I want to like, I swear to God, I would rather plug them in and hover.
You need to create a 2S fan so can discharge them.
I can discharge. Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be hilarious. You mean just through using the fan? That would be fucking funny. I think that would make me feel better.
That's why I need 2 drones of each.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna buy 2 2.5-inch tooth grinders and 2 2-inch, and then we'll fly a 2-inch. All right, so this is this thing. It looks super solid. Let me get the goggles. Turn on the light too. Let me inspect. I should probably just take it apart. There's no rubbing. The shaft doesn't appear bent at all. It's not like if you bend a shaft and then you move the bell, you see like wobble. There's no wobble. Are there like when do motors like this have bearings and when don't they? Do they all have bearings like a... I don't know. I don't know how these fucking things work. I don't pay attention.
With the 12XX motors, the shaft are a little beefier.
Yeah. The other thing I noticed is if you look... You can't see it, but if you look like with my nerd goggles, this shaft isn't smooth. There's like tiny... ultra tiny little grooves. I wonder if that helps for like a prop to grab, because one of the things I noticed about the Beta FPV 1102s is the shaft is like super slippery and ultra shiny, and I think the props slip on them, and because they're for 1S, there's no like T-mount. This is the... this board died on the bench doing nothing. Right out of the gate, it was like overheating. Like the UFL antenna, if you just touched it, it would like burn your hand. Just like literally out of the box, you plug in a battery and that would like burn your finger. So it just like died on the bench, and Flywoo still hasn't gotten a hold of me. But I'm gonna try the 1102s on this again, because this fractal build is so light. Like the battery holder, the canopy, which is not really a canopy, it's really just a camera holder, is essentially weightless. And then this little frame is only like 1.9 or 8 grams or 9.5 or something like that. This is the only thing that flew remotely well with this build. And these are heavy motors. The 1102s, although they're larger, are like half the fucking... not half the weight, but they're, I think, a gram lighter per motor. So this might actually fly well with the Beta FPV 1102 22,000 kV.
I don't think it matters. You are screwing him down.
What are... No. Yeah. No, I know that. I'm just saying I wonder if they did that just so there's a little more grip. What I was getting at is the beta FPV ones should have those little tiny grooves, which they don't. They were super slippery. Like, you can see a difference. Actually, let me grab one. Hello. Just give him 6 capsules for sure. Yep. Love ya. No, I saw it. Alright, love ya. Bye. Where the fuck are these things?
It would provide a little more bite if they weren't so smooth.
How do I lose these? Here we go. It's like, how do I lose this stuff? Actually, I don't really need another 04. I mean, I have an 04 Lite unit, another one, but I don't need one. We did an analog build for this guy. And so really, I could just fly the analog one for a little while. And really what we need is a new frame. I had the analog build in this, but since I already had one 2S tooth grinder, I was like, obviously I want to do a 3S, so the analog one is going to have to be sacrificed. But these, so I'm happy to report that I think this motor's fine. But here's what I'm talking about. If you look very closely, you will see a difference in the shafts. I got a shine light on it. Maybe that'll help. Hold on. This webcam does not. Let me do it over here.
1.5 vs2.
When do you play the drone video game?
We already played it. I'm gonna try to shine light on this, but you'll see the 1102s are shinier. Okay. Come on. All right, hold on. I gotta put something behind it. You can see it right there, but what I need to do is shine a light directly on it. It's just too blown out. I think you might have been able to see it, but it's a huge difference in real life. These are grooved.
I can see my reflection, M.
This is a smooth shaft, and this is a grooved shaft, and I can feel it with my fingernail. It's so subtle that you either have to feel it with your fingernail or you need a high magnification. So there's little tiny grooves in here, and this is just super, super smooth. This, I wish this was grooved so it would hold just regular props that, you know, don't have the T-mount, because I got slippage when I flew these. So one of my solutions was I think I was going to take sandpaper to it, which I still will probably eventually do. I don't know why. This motor in general is very cheaply made. Like, it's just not great. The magnets aren't curved. The windings aren't great. The shaft is slippery. It's literally got half the like copper of these smaller 1003s. So I don't know that, you know, the 1003s are probably more volume technically. We could do a volume calculation, but it might, but if it's 1102 versus 1003s, like close-ish. But these are so much heavier. So obviously there's way more like thicker windings. I think you might even be able to see it, that they're thicker.
Thanks again, folks. Love y'all. All have nice evening.
One has a nerve.
Later, man. Thanks for hanging.
Ditto.
Is that what that is? Knurl? Is that what the groove is? Knurled shafts? Is that what that means? I never knew what that meant. So you taught me something new. So if that's what that's called, then yeah, this has a knurled shaft. This does not. This sucks. This is bullshit. This one's awesome. But, you know, this is obviously a 2S. This is 1S, but that's not my point. All the shafts should be knurled on a 1S. What the fuck? Come on, Beta FPV. All right. So I got to order a couple of drone frames. I'm trying to think. We don't have... I really just don't want to transplant it into the 2-inch. I don't even have... All my 2-inch props are too low pitch. And they're not T-mount. And the ones that I have left that are T-mount are all old and like bent. I saved them just in case because I do that, but... Huh. Yeah, I don't have a spare frame. So next time we fly, if we fly with the 04, it'll be with the 3S. And this thing's fucking nutty, but... Yeah, if this thing gets in a crash, it's going to fucking disintegrate because it's like twice as powerful. Yeah, that's really all I can do. There's just nothing. I don't even think there's anything like, even if I ordered from Weebleed, they don't sell frame. They just do tiny whoop shit. So there's nowhere local to me where I could get a frame.
Hi.
What up, Quo? Yeah, until I get that, I think we'll be flying the 3S. We'll be flying, well, not this tiny whoop, but because the Flywoo board's a piece of shit. I actually have to follow up with that tonight, but we'll probably do night flights with a Champion. And I still got to order the Weebleed tree toppers to see if they can outshine these 0802s that are claimed to be 28,000 kV, but they seem higher. And they look like they're the size of 0702s because they're so tiny, but Beta FPV like made a especially light motor on purpose for this build. So, yeah, that's an innovation that they have, I guess, that nobody else does yet. And it helps. This thing flies incredibly well. So, my answer was...
Put my 75 into a steel post. Just broken frame and camera mount.
Oh, it's not... That's cool, though. That's the beauty of such a light thing. And then this... You know, I bought these Tiny Whoop 0802s that were 33,000 kV.
Use the frame.
And they underperform compared to these 28,000 kV, which is insane. Yeah, I've been using B7000 on this. I've broken this in several places. I broke it here. I broke it here. I broke it there. And look, like the B7000 is fucking awesome. You let it cure for 24 hours. It's just like, I never realized this Well, I broke that one. I'm going to have to fix that one. But I never realized this, but it's like a tiny whoop frame hack. It can take like, you know, a handful of impacts till I have to put more B7000 on it, so it's pretty sick.
My drone is watching with me.
Droney? Yeah, and I would use B7000 over E6000 because the E6000 is going to be too gummy and it's too thick when it comes out, and then your prop will end up hitting it if it's on like the edge or something. So all you need is B7000 for your tiny whoop fix. And I think I broke this one right here. That's on really strong too. Like, look how strong that is. It flexes. You can see it flexing, but it goes right back. So it can take a good hit. It's impressive. It's good stuff. The packaging is hilarious. It has tons of inkrish on it. I'm actually going to show you because it's funny. All right, we got is a surprise adhesive force. This was a great adhesive. Best-selling Europe and America. Mad fans around the world. Waterproof, flexible, stimulate the taste free. A hint of scent. Anti-vibration. Paintable. Extra forte fuerte. Gravity magic rubber. This is a fucking insane. The copy on this tube is insane.
Got the clear. B8000.
B7000. I don't have any B8000. Is that stuff good too? But this is clear. But stimulate the taste free. What the fuck does that mean? A hint of scent. Nobody wants the scent is poison. Extra forte fuerte. It's funny. I think the back is maybe it cause eye and skin irritation. Stored in a well ventilated environment. Is it? Is that where you have it stored? If you touch eyes, washing with water right now, please. Oh, that's a good one. I didn't see that one.
Whatever that means.
Lol.
Yeah, I'm going to... That's my instructions. If you touch eyes, washing with water right now, please. Remember that, guys. I'll tell you what, though. Whoever wrote this packaging, I guarantee would do a better job than I would writing in Mandarin.
Haha.
Okay.
Bruh.
Yeah, why did that... I still have to figure out the bug where the sounds play twice sometimes. I'm going to have to do some logging for that, which I don't have any logging for the sound stuff. All right. I have shit to do, so I think I'm going to call it. I don't know that I feel like...
It does it when I type it in chat.
Yeah. It's supposed to play, though, which it did. I just don't know why it's playing twice.
But not on the website.
What do you mean on the website? You can't type on the website. The website...
Only plays once when I choose it on the website.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Okay. Do me a favor.
You can mouse click it.
Yeah, I know that. I did not know that it plays in my chat. What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. Why would it do that? That doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. Okay, do me a favor. Only play something through the website right now. Oh, that's a huge bug. Thank you, dude, for telling me that. Yeah, play something only on the website. Don't type it in chat.
Yep. Cop.
No, you type that in chat. No, only play on the website. It shouldn't work like that. It's just a website. So I'm confused. Like, that would mean it propagates to every client. And it should not be built that way. So I am profoundly confused that if you press the button, the website is just supposed to demo the sound so you can hear what it's going to be like. It's not supposed to play it in my stream. It was not built that way. So I don't know if you're mistaken or somehow like yeah, it shouldn't do that. So if you've been pressing it on the website, we're not hearing it. So it's not working. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. The website is just meant to show you what the sounds are going to be like. But now you got me paranoid. Like,
just did bricks on the website.
Yeah. The website isn't going to propagate to the client. That's just so you can tell, so you know what, if you type it in chat, what's going to play.
Okay, lol, I am mistaking.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good. So, yeah, you're just hearing it in your ears because that's showing you what it's like. You made me paranoid. I'm like, how's that possible? I like inherently just trust what I read sometimes. That's good, though. It means I trust you.
Can't do it.
Yeah, now, Glutzy, you typed that in chat, and did you hear it doubled up? I have to figure out why it's doubling up. I don't understand that.
I thought it was connected, but why is it playing twice when in chat?
That's a totally different thing. I don't know, because I tried to troubleshoot this like 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to have to add logging in order to troubleshoot that. I'm like, it's not a thing local to my like OBS. Because then that would mean that, because this is it's just a browser, it's playing like it's a browser sound source. So that means, like, for example, if I were to do this, you would hear doubling up of this, which we don't hear. So, yeah, and there's no way it's playing on my end through two sources, which means this would happen for everybody, I would think. And sometimes they're closer together and sometimes they're further apart. So there's something really weird going on. You scared me, though. Now I'm just like, well, how's that fucking possible? It took me a minute because I immediately trusted what you were saying. I was trying to do backflips to figure out how it could, and then I'm like, oh, no, it's just because it's shushtts.com/commands, but it doesn't know. No, it's fine. It doesn't know, you know, like it wouldn't glom onto the instance.
I'm sorry, haha.
But that said, I think the reason why I was considering it is because I originally wanted there to be a viewer app that you could interact with. And instead of having to type things in, you could just hit buttons. But the reason why I didn't go with that is if you're on mobile, it sucks. Because if you're on iOS, for example, you'd have to swipe back and forth. And if you're on desktop, it's still like you'd have to have like your, like if you like your, let me show you. So if you're watching like Twitch or something, oh my God, click channel. And you like to have it, oh, that looks horrible. It's better for me to go to not my channel. Let's go to Legion for a second. So, and let me turn off the overlay. So like if you like to have your stuff full screen, right? You know, you knock that over there. Maybe you put it in full screen mode. So you have all the real estate you want. You'd have to have like a little app up to play the sounds. And while in Twitch specifically, I can integrate widgets through their API where you could just play them here.
People will spam it and you won't know who is doing it too.
Well, I would still know who's doing it, because it would show in chat. It wouldn't just be like ghost sounds. It would still be attached to the user because they would have to log in. But oh yeah, you're assuming if it was just no, it couldn't be free for all. That would be insane. But if it was a Twitch widget's a bad idea because then it only works for Twitch, and I made a multi-chat app. So all of my implementations have to work across the board. If it was like, if it was a what's the word? A widget. If it was an app, then you'd have to have something floating over top, and that's super annoying, and that would piss people off, and they probably wouldn't use it. So, but that said, I can't click something and do two things at once. That said, because I'm trying to figure out Patreon/Discord integration right now, I did think about...
True.
I did think about having... Okay, I'm going to have to back up and explain. There are certain platforms like Substack and... we go here for the monologuing. There are certain platforms like Substack and Patreon. Patreon's API is deprecated, and they really aren't supporting it whatsoever. So, but Patreon does have Discord integration. So if you go live on Patreon, while you can talk in live chat, nothing can integrate with that. But you can integrate your Patreon with Discord in such a way that subs get Discord access. And so if people are Patreon only, they could have their like chat in Discord and then their live stream on Patreon. Okay, so I can do Patreon integration, so I can integrate with their API, so I know the users that are going to be typing in chat, and then I can use webhooks in Discord, and then people would have to have Patreon open and Discord open, and they could talk in there, and that would show up on the overlay that you see right here, right? So that's a way to do it. The more convenient way is if I'm live streaming on Patreon, and Patreon has a chat, that Patreon's chat shows up here. You can't do that, though. Well, officially. So, you can scrape their chat, and that is against their terms of service. The problem with that being, I could make an effective chat scraper that would filter Patreon chat right into here, and it would work just like all the other chat, like how you guys see YouTube and Twitch and TikTok works too, but I don't stream on TikTok. It would filter it into there, but all of the streamers that use my app would be essentially complicit in scraping because it would be done locally. I wouldn't be scraping globally through my VPS. The scrape would happen locally with stuff that is installed in their browser, and they could get banned from Patreon. So as a developer, you have to be really, really careful how you do things because you have responsibility to your users. And I could just straight up fuck over a bunch of users where they make their livelihood on Patreon. And it likely wouldn't be like a lifetime ban or anything, but even if it was a week and maybe they lost some money, that sucks. So I have an alternative way to...
Yeah, for sure.
I have an alternative way to get Patreon native chat into my app, which, again, if anybody wants to steal my app, I'm just not going to give that away. But there's a particular way to do it that is kosher, that could be very likely will be kosher with them. So then that way I don't have to do Discord integration. The reason why I've backed off on the Discord integration is Discord is not a discoverable platform. Patreon isn't super discoverable, but it's better than Discord. And having Discord support where you just stream to people in Discord, where you can really only have like a max 50 connections, and if somebody boosts your server, maybe you can have 100 if you have like super ultra nitro Discord. It's never an opportunity where you're going to make a lot of money. So it doesn't make sense for me to offer that TTS option unless there were a bunch of Discord people who wanted to do like underground Discord streams and they're like, we really want this feature. Then I would implement it. But Patreon makes $4 billion a year, so I am likely going to integrate this. Like I said, I'm not going to disclose how I'm doing it, but I
return.
Hello, Virgil. Virgil child support. How come it's always child support evader? Don't you have other versions? You've popped in chat with other versions. What happened to those other Virgils?
Doesn't sound like it's a bad time, right?
No, not a bad time at all. So without giving it away, what I will say is I'm going to find out very shortly if it is kosher with Patreon, and then I'm going to implement it. And that's going to be pretty damn cool because I don't think there's a fucking TTS on the planet that has Patreon integration.
The others are on early summer break.
Oh, shit. So they're just chilling? They're just hanging? Too busy to stop by my stream? How dare they? Do you know what that is?
What I do didn't scrape, but it was read in chat by our little friend.
Yeah.
What you didn't scrape? What? Oh, you think Tootie's gonna do it? No. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. You gotta rewrite that. I cannot parse what you're trying to say there, Klutzy.
What if?
Read in chat by our little friend. Well, the only way for him to read it would be through optical, like essentially his vision system. Way too expensive. Remember, I have to scale this to thousands of users.
By the way, my name is like this cause there is a meme among the Devil May Cry fandom that I don't pay child support for my son Nero.
That's pretty funny. And weirdly, in my chat, your name just, part of your name went black. Oh no, I see what happened. It's because it went on the next line. Oh, never mind. It's a formatting issue, but that's on my end, not on your end. It looks fine over here, right there. Yeah. So, just to let you know, Glutzy, that's a clever. There is a way to do like optical character recognition for reading chat is a thing that people have tried to do. It's just grossly inefficient and expensive. But what I'm going to be doing isn't quite scraping, and it is within their terms of service, and I'll leave it at that. But I will know if it's okay relatively soon, sometime within the next 2 days. So I'm waiting to build that until I get that approval. And then that brings our total platform support to 4. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. And that'll be really cool. The Discord thing was just like a stopgap. And if there is some once I have not marketed my app yet. We just got Google OAuth granted, so you can, you could always safely use your Google login or your YouTube login to join Shush TTS if you're a streamer, but it would give you this weird warning, and then you'd have to click advanced, and it made it look like it was like malware. And they do that until you get proper authorization. And so I had to make a video. I had to, beef up my terms of service and my privacy policy. They had to do an automated look. They had to look at my logo, approve my landing page, all that stuff. So now I'm official with Google.
What's the topic of the current conversation?
We are talking about this. Let me show you. This is Shush TTS. Shush. Let me get rid of the little action cam. This is my website. I made a multi-chat text-to-speech app for streamers. It has a very clever thing that I came up with, which is voice hold. So this is what a streamer sees over here.
Once it's ready, I will use it for sure.
Oh, it's ready. It's official. It works. It's official. We got Google OAuth. It's good to go on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. ShushTTS.com. It's right there. You get a 7-day free trial. You don't have to put in credit card or anything. Yeah, so I made this TTS app. And it has a cool voice hold feature. So as the streamer, Virgil, you see this over here. As the viewer, you see what you saw before. This. And it's not just, it is multi-chat. So TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube right now. Soon I will be integrating Patreon. But it's more than this. So I added some cool features, so I'll just scroll through just to give you the quick and dirty. But it's no install, so you don't have to install anything. It's completely on the web, and it just works. So you have voice hold, and if you look over here, when this is red, TTS does not come through. So if I'm monologuing or talking, TTS does not talk over me. And the only TTS feature, the only thing that TTS has ever done in other clients is it's called voice ducking, which is it'll quiet down when the speaker is talking. But I came up with voice hold because I have experience in the software that is involved in voice hold, and I'll leave it at that. But so if I stop talking, it turns green.
I will check it out for my next live.
And as you see, thank you, Chaser. That'd be awesome. And as you see, when I stopped talking, Chaser got through. So that's that. Then there's TTS your way. I prefer in my stream to have TTS on all messages, but you can have it be at mention to the streamer only. So the only time TTS is read if you do at Midnight Jesus or at Chaser FPV, or you could set the setting to exclamation point TTS, so you would have to type that in to get it read. Or if you're a big enough streamer and there's just so many people, you might only want to set it to bits and GIFs. So there's that option.
That's perfect, so it doesn't cut you off.
That's one of the big features. I'm literally the first person to make that. Nobody has made that. I came up with that. So that's one of the biggest features that I think is really cool.
Oh, it seems my Twitch and YouTube account are being used at the same time.
I mean, that's how Virgil rolls, though. Then we got bit super chats and gifts, and they look like this when they come through, which is pretty cool. I can just show you like a demo here, like let's say we're in the dumpster. We'll be in the dumpster right now, and you can test them out. Let's say somebody gives you 50 bits. It looks like this.
Tier 50, you deserve this.
Tier 2.
Tier 500, you deserve this.
Tier 3.
Tier 5000, let's go.
That is awesome.
Thanks,
Wish
Fotsy.
you well.
Tier 4. It shakes, which is super cool. Then there is chat effects. So you guys, as you know, you can there's a special website that I link where you can use commands and it'll play sounds.
Cheer 25,000, love the stream.
Like this, and there's text effects, which I think is really cool. So as you see, like this person said boom and it looks like it blew up. This person said stadium wave and it waves. Clutch factor, too much caffeine and it shakes. So there's cool text effects you guys have access to, which I'll show you how to do that. 3 platforms, 1 dashboard per viewer voices. So everybody in the chat also gets their own unique voice. There are mod tools for your mods. There's a pronunciation dictionary if you wanted to say things a particular way. Priority queue for VIP subs and mods. 80+ sound effects. Smart merging, which I actually don't like that feature because it adds a delay, but some people might want that. So if somebody types in your LOL, oh my God, I went to the store, or, you know, like whatever, they just start like spamming. It smart merges everything, but it adds a delay that I think might confuse people. Instead of it being instant, there's like a 1.5 second delay and then the TTS delays. But if you are sick of people like spamming, there's a smart merging feature. It's not that big of a deal. I just don't like the delay. I don't like delaying anything, but you have to have a delay because it's not the only way to merge is it has to wait. Oh, this song's awesome. I want to play that. It's a super cool song. Then OBS this is the overlay right here, where you see all the stuff. Like for example, like if we go
on the water.
If I type in ! shake, I'm mad. See how it's shaking? Can you do that again, Glutzy? Because why didn't that work? Did it work? No, it looks like it didn't work. Anyway, in simple pricing. $5, $6 a month. If you're my size, you never run out of characters. Otherwise, you do have to buy like characters. And that's just because if I didn't do this, I would literally go out of business. The TTS is outsourced to Google, and they, you know, like it's like a certain amount of money per certain amount of characters, and I need to be profitable. And if I didn't have this very quickly, because I have a cap, and if I didn't have that cap, I would just be unprofitable. And actually, I would owe thousands of dollars if I had a bunch of users.
You should definitely dress as Jesus next stream.
On the water.
I will. What happened the first time? Yeah, so I have it so once the animation is done playing, you can see what they type to do that. But that's even a setting in my TTS as well, where you can make it go forever, which I'll just show you right now. So like if you go over to your menu and you go to TTS effects, or no, this is
I would pay for TTS to not cut me off.
Yeah, that's what it does. That's what it does. That's exactly what it does. Wait, why do I not have the overlay over here? Oh yeah.
Worked.
Yeah, it worked, but why didn't it the first time? Did you type in something wrong, or did you put a space before ripple? I'm trying to figure that out. Because if that, because I should be able to, if somebody types a space before, I want to be able to factor that in so I don't want to be tedious on that. Where the fuck is my fucking text effects? Jesus Christ, it's right here. So under text effects, I have it for only playing for 30 seconds. The reason why I think that's beneficial is because after 30 seconds, then you can see, if you go read what Glutzy wrote, exclamation point ripple on the water. You know, and then that way it sort of trains people how to use it.
Maybe it was done by the time we saw it.
Yeah. Oh, so you did it earlier. Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. Yeah, that is what happened. 30 seconds was up. But you can set it to play on 30 seconds, play once, or play forever. I like 30 seconds and because it gives people time to see it. And then when it's done, it trains people without them having to go to the page. But that page I was talking about is linked in your chat. It's right here, viewer commands page. You copy, you paste it, you can pin it to your Twitch. I don't know if you can pin in YouTube, but you just paste it in YouTube. And then it looks like this. And this shows your viewers, you know, what they're in store for. Like, oh, here's how we do the effects. Let me turn the overlay off so you can just see everything cleaner. But here's what the effects look like. Here's what you'd have to type for the effect. If you scroll down, here's the effects, the sound effects. If you click on them, it's not playing them in my chat, but it shows you what, if you type it, what it's going to sound like. So I did that so people could know what they're getting into. You don't want, you know, people might be bashful to type a chat command if they don't know what it does.
Hi, bro. I work now on the drone game and it's almost done.
What's up, man? You worked on the drone game? Just like what's the game? I don't remember. And then it explains the various forms of TTS control. You know, you might be in a stream where it's all TTS like me. It might be in command mode. It might be in, and you can skip. By the way, you guys can opt out. So even though all TTS messages play in my stream, if you type exclamation point SHH, shh, and then a space and then the message, that message will not be played. Then for your mods, like this isn't dangerous for anybody to see because my app validates your mods. So this just shows mods what they would be able to type to help out you, the streamer, to mute TTS for people. There's mute username, unmute username, skip TTS in general, and TTS clear. And for...
would you consider earning points by watching to use them?
Watch earning points.
I just signed up.
Thank you, man. That's awesome. Appreciate that. You got to let me know any bugs. Report. Report. Oh, and I should show you, well, since you signed up, there is a, it's hard to show the app with the app, but I'm going to have to hide myself for a minute. Okay, so if you have a problem in Shush, you go to your menu. By the way, you can toggle your theme if you want dark or light. There's a support button, so you don't have to email me. If there is an issue with a website, you click support, you report a problem, you type in what went wrong, like just the title, you type in the subject, and this diagnostic data auto grabs your session, and then you hit send, and that automatically goes to my admin panel, and I can speak with you through this support chat interface. That's native to my, this is built right into my app. This is not like a third-party app. This is my app. This is part of my app. And I can troubleshoot right there. Will I answer immediately? Maybe, maybe not, but I can troubleshoot it and then give you a solution and then let you know it's fixed right through this interface. So I think that's really handy because most of the time you have to do tech support by email, and this is all self-contained right inside the app. So there's a lot of features in this that's hard to explain. Like, it's hard to just, the pitch for this is tough because in my opinion, there are so many features that make it, really unique. Most apps don't have support directly inside the, like this. There is no voice hold feature. And by the way, it's not just voice hold. There's also voice interrupt, which is right here.
I will.
Yes, it's a drone game, like laser tag.
Copy feature
Oh,
on
that's
web
pretty sick.
page to paste in chat.
Oh, that's cool.
Copy feature on web page to paste. Yeah, it is. It's right here. Chat overlay. I keep having to turn the overlay off. You hit copy, and you can put the commands thing right in your chat. I also can. I was thinking about doing this, but I was thinking about making a toggle. Let me turn the overlay back on, where it pins it right at the top, so people can just always see it. The problem is, by pinning it in the overlay, they would have to type it. Whereas if you just hit copy here, you can, here, I'll do it just so, you see, but you can paste it right in the chat like that, or we can go over to YouTube and paste it right in the chat. So, what was I saying though? So yeah, that's that. You have, you can set your TTS volume up here. There is so you have the ability to skip a message, which you just hit skip. You have the ability to pause TTS. So now it wouldn't work if it's paused. You hit resume. You have the ability to clear TTS, meaning if there's a bunch of queued messages coming and you don't want them to play as the streamer, you hit clear. And then there's clear chat. Clear chat just clears the text. So, and that would clear in your overlay. It would clear the chat for you, and it would clear the chat in your overlay. Then there's an Easter egg. The clear TTS, if you hit this, it does the same thing, but it plays a sound. Shush! Which is the name of my app. So this clicking shush does the same thing as clear TTS, but it's more fun to click this, and it's sort of like telling your chat to shut the fuck up. So a bunch of people, you see a bunch of messages about to queue, and you're like, everybody, shush! And then they won't play. But if somebody types right after that, it's going to play. So if you really want them to shut up, that's where you'd hit pause. You can also just mute your own microphone. So you hit that button, and it's just off, and now TTS is just going to play, and there is no voice hold.
Like Jimmy here.
See? Look like Jimmy. So see, like the voice hold isn't working because I have the mic muted. There we go. Now it's unmuted. When you're done, you should hit end TTS, because on Twitch has something called Twitch IRC, which this is worth showing you guys. I don't know if you guys know this, but on any Twitch channel, even if it's offline, if you go to their chat, well, let me pick an offline streamer. Let me pick my buddy Wicked Skinny. Okay, so he is offline. If we go to his chat and we type in his, the overlay's in the way. If we type in his chat over here, other people can read that. So I can say hello. If he was monitoring his chat, even though he's not streaming, he can see that, and so can other people. That's because Twitch is different than other platforms, and they use something called Twitch IRC, Twitch Internet Relay Chat, and Twitch Internet Relay Chat is always on. So the reason why you want to hit end TTS is because even if you're done live streaming, if you have this up and you didn't hit end, Twitch users can come through, and that's going to burn through your monthly limit. You have a monthly a number of characters to use. So you always want to hit end at the end. So that's how that works. I'm really in an unfortunate spot. Maybe I should just move myself over here for now. And now I'm in the way of the TT. There's just nowhere for me to be. But anyway, I'm fine right there. I'm trying to think of what else. There's a lot to this. There's a mic calibration. So I have a nice little diagnostic interface. You could capture your mic profile if there are issues. My voice activity detection, I would say, is a pretty damn clever implementation. I'm not going to tell anybody how I do it, but it's extremely lightweight and very fucking good. But it's not just voice hold, there's voice interrupt. I personally don't like voice interrupt for my stream, but voice interrupt is cool. What's cool about it is if TTS starts talking, I mean, we'll try it out. So somebody type something in chat.
Something.
Oh no, it's got to be longer than that, barbecue. Like somebody type a sentence. Type a long sentence in chat. No, it's got to be. Type a full paragraph or type a sentence. Type a 10-word sentence. 10 words.
Something.
Something.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to interrupt you right in the middle of your sentence and you can't finish speaking. And then I can stop and it'll start again.
Sentence.
And then I talk again, and guess what? You're not getting a word out edgewise. This is called the filibuster. And I'm going to keep talking and not let your sentence finish, but maybe I will.
So really, really long.
Nope. Nope. Now I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to filibuster, and then I'm going to hit shush.
Shush! Sentence full of...
Oh, shit. It didn't work? Wait, hold on.
All kinds of something.
Okay, so shush doesn't work for Ooh, that's a new bug. Okay. Probably don't have that there.
Shush harder.
You definitely have to collab with Jimmy here.
Who's Jimmy? You mean Mr. Beast? Okay, so shush doesn't clear. Voice interrupt. I can almost tell you why. I know this is the bug. So the bug for that is there's a difference between interrupting the voice and the event occurring. After the first word, the event has occurred, so it can't be cleared because the way it's being tracked is that it already happened. You can't like it's done with. Like instantly, whereas a voice hold event is going to last longer. So that's a bug I got to fix. God damn it. But shush works on voice hold. I mean, that's literally like a 60-second fix. So, but while we're fucking around, the filibuster is just fun. It's fun for somebody to type that in and then you just filibuster. But it can get annoying. So I'm going to go back to voice hold. And we tested this the other day and it worked, but watch it not fucking work. All right. Can somebody type another... can you copy paste that again, barbecue?
No way bro doesn't know who Jimmy here is.
Now it's not working.
Shush!
I was right, but it applies to both. I have to shush before the event occurs because the event is considered instant, which is not the same thing as it playing over audio. So that is exactly what's going on. So obviously I don't like the way that works. I want to be able to shush something in the middle of it. So it's letting the event get through if it's already made it through. The event duration has to tie to the duration of the audio. So I have to figure out how the fuck to do that. So yeah, so basically you can clear chat, but it's not going to clear the thing that's currently playing. It should clear the thing that's currently playing and clear chat. Really the fix should be easier than, like, it shouldn't be too hard. That should be it would just have to cancel the events and the audio. So let's put that in there. So it's what it is shush doesn't clear a voice event that is already occurred.
Anyway,
I don't know how to
must
say it.
take my leave again. See you next
Goodbye,
stream.
chat.
Later, Virgil. Thanks for hanging, but still, you got to tell me who Jimmy is. All right, so that's a problem. That's a quick fix, though. I have squashed so many fucking bugs, it's insane.
He has a Twitch as well. Search him up.
I shall. And his name is just Jimmy. Jimmy, the Twitch streamer. Is it just Jimmy?
Jimmy here.
Oh, Jimmy here is the actual name. Jimmy here is here. Yeah, I'll have to, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to interrupt his stream, but he's streaming right now. What was that? What else? Okay, what did I leave out? Because we gotta stop. This is probably not very interesting. Yeah, current platforms with Patreon to be announced. Your chat overlay, which is, oops, wrong button, which is this thing. Your sounds. Oh, by the way, if you're still here, Chaser, not only do you get the sounds that that I supply, everybody gets like 20 custom sounds. I picked 20 because in the event that, you know, I have a lot of people coming my way, it's going to eat up bandwidth and storage on my VPS. So 20 for now, but we could always increase that. Text effects, bits and GIFs, filters, queuing, like TTS queuing, pronunciation dictionary. Like we found that the one of the TTSs said haluva instead of helluva. So you could type in helluva like haluva, and then you type in hell of a here, and then it just says it right, which is cool. Mod tools, then you have your billing panel. You have your daily usage. We cap it at 100,000 characters per day, which is a lot. And that cap is there in case you get raided and you don't turn your TTS off. And then you have a credit balance, but smaller streamers such as myself really probably will never use this. And even larger streamers will never use this because they're going to be changing to bits, the TTS settings to bits, super chats, and GIFs. So they're not even going to run out. But that's there in the event that somebody does run out. You can buy more characters. The reason why I just don't take the L on that is because it would be annoying for people if they hit a cap and then that's it. Then they can't use the app anymore. And it would be bad for me if I didn't cap it because a big streamer that just wanted to spam TTS would put me out of business in one stream. So, you know, I have to have, safeguards. Like I'm at 44,000 out of 500,000 for this month so far. And then you have, so you do have your platforms that can connect and disconnect, but you actually sign up, you link your platforms to your account. And there is a really handy, like I built this to be dummy proof. The first time setup literally walks you through everything. It's a first time walkthrough. You do mic calibration, you do all that stuff. You connect your platforms, and right in the first time thing, you're ready to go. I suppose I could really just show what that looks like by firing up my local instance. But let me just do this.
I'm here. I was just going through all that.
Oh, cool. Yeah, there's and if you have any questions, just ask, because I have the answers. But really, oh yeah, you went through the first time. Right. You went through the first time setup. So anybody not familiar? Oh, in Chaser, the mic calibration is weird because the first thing you do is be silent and then you talk, but you can calibrate as many times as you want. You can do it 500 times in a row. So if you feel like the mic calibration didn't go right, go back, click it. It'll stay silent. It's about 3 seconds. Then just start talking at a normal volume, and then it'll calibrate, better. But there is an advanced setting, and then you can kind of change the calibration, in that menu. But let me fire up. You know what? I'm testing out a new thing right now. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna pause TTS here, and then I mute my. I'm pausing and muting for me because I'm gonna use the local. Oops. This is running locally, so this is like how I test. I test locally, so this isn't the Shush TTS website. This is a local test. But so I can do settings like first equal true, and then we can go through just to show you guys what first time setup looks like. It starts out light and flashes to dark to just sort of show you can do that. We have 2D over here. If you want a tour, you click 2D. If you don't, you can just follow the directions. But I think having 2D there talking to you is kind of cool because 2D explains everything.
Oh boy, another streamer! Let's make your chat talk!
And
Connect your platforms. Fill in what you use, skip what you don't.
Okay, so here's where you fill in your platforms. Mine are already full. Then next.
Everyone sounds different. It's chaos. I love it. Oh, and choose how you want TTS to play. If you don't want TTS to play on all messages, you have other options.
So, you can choose your voice style. A single voice for your chat where it's just one voice, or unique voice per chatter, which is, I think one of the cool features of the app. And then you can choose what should Shush read. All messages, only at mentions of you, the streamer, only exclamation point TTS, or only bits, super chats, and GIFs. And then we have next.
Chat can never interrupt you again. Let's calibrate your mic. Just click the calibrate button and follow the instructions.
So, voice holder, voice interrupt. You hit calibrate. You follow the instructions. It's just like a counter.
Almost done. Copy. Paste in your OBS browser source. You know the drill.
And I didn't put in a video there to show you that, but it's pretty straightforward. Anybody who streams pretty much knows you copy, you add a browser source to your OBS and you paste that right in. It gives you the guidelines right here. This says 480 by 1080, but it's really 680. But so I do got to fix that. Let me fix that. It's the proper instructions are in the proper sizing is in the menu.
Text effects let chat emote with their words, and sound effects are pure comedy. Click Browse All Effects and Sounds to see the chat commands page for viewers. Pin this page or paste it in chat so viewers know how to participate in your stream. Go break a leg, or a mic, whatever streamers do.
So you can click the effects and it shows you what they would do, which is neat. Oh, first time setup page loud. I quieted the shush on the landing page, but all right, I gotta fix that. All right, found a couple little bugs. They're all super minor. And then you can click Browse All Effects, and then it shows you, you know, what you'd be showing users, but it just gives you an idea of what's there. And then you hit Let's Go.
Ready when you are. No rush. I'll wait.
I actually got rid of that voice line for production, so Chaser, you probably won't hear that. And then you just, it tells you, like, welcome, get started. It should do like a little blip animation thing here. And then I think the only thing I do is, like 2D tells you to hit start TTS or something. But this is, like I said, this is local. So let me shut down. So that's first time setup. So yeah, he has a voice line for like, you know, like just mentioning what's going on here, but that's that. Now we're back to the real app, the one that's on the website. And there we go. So that's my app. I will be marketing it soon. It is fully functional. And I will be adding features. So I'm going to be adding Patreon support. Well, hopefully. I'll find out in a couple days. I could just be a dick and just do it. But and not in a way that would get anybody, you know, in trouble, but I'm going to try to get permission.
Can you set it to read out the chat's names when I'm flying so I can hear who is talking?
No, that is not a bad idea, but we used to do that with like, so this app.
I don't want it on all the time, though, just when I'm flying.
Yeah, this app started out as like a very, like much smaller version of this app. Wait, hold on. Let me get my fucking thing back on. The original version of this app was just for me. I made it for me, and nobody could use it. And all the shit was like in a command line, or in a terminal. Well, no, I had a little bit of an interface actually. So now that I think about it, I did have a little interface, but it was just basic shit. It started out in just the command line. And my original version used to read usernames, and everybody universally said, it's got to stop, bro. Like everybody said that. Maybe I'll add that, but it won't be on by default. And the reason is, so yeah, I'll have to test that. Make sure it's smooth and doesn't screw up, but I can almost guarantee that most people won't use it. It'll be like for you and me, we'll use it. Anybody who flies?
I don't like it, but when I'm flying, it would be nice to have on.
Yeah, I mean, I like everybody hated their name being read out. But I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to when I'm flying. So the benefit is they're happy, not hearing their name over and over again. But the downfall is I don't know who the hell's talking. So if I added that feature, it would just have to be off by default, and then you can just turn it on if you want it. But I don't think too many people are going to use that. And so like the other thing is like adding that feature. So there's two ways to do it. Chaser FPV says, I don't like it, but when I'm flying, or I don't like it, but when I'm flying, it would be nice to have on. Or just Chaser FPV, I don't like it, but when I'm flying, it would be nice to have on. If you don't say says, it almost sounds like somebody else said the name. Because I could type Chaser FPV, I don't like it. Not that anyone would do that. But like that was the other thing that was grating for people. Virgil says, oh my God, Lol Barbecue says, Chaser says, Glutzy says, Tarun says, Bruce says, Emperor says, fucking Tucker says, it just gets, it gets grating. But what's your opinion on that? Like, if I were to add that feature, would you say it should say name, username says, and then the sentence? Because without it, it might be weird. Because that's what my old one did. It would literally say, Chaser FPV says, I don't like it when I'm flying, but it would be nice to have on. I got to think about that one. I got to make it not annoying. But if it's off by default. Oh, this song's great, by the way. If you guys don't know who Syriac is, he made these really crazy recursive animations in the early 2000s. And I always loved this song. And he made these songs. So I'm going to play this for a minute. Trying to think of what else. I think that's pretty much it. And I have a lot of plans for it. I'm going to keep adding features, adding cool things. One of the things that I want to add is, okay, so, oh, and by the way, chat overlay, see how it says 520 by 1080? That's the proper size. But 480, for whatever it says, isn't going to like be a deal breaker. What was it? 480 by 1080, it's going to be fine. So, okay, let's go to the dirt church and let me mess with the overlay for a minute.
I would have to think about that. Either way it's annoying, but when a new person comes in when I'm flying, it would be nice to know who it is.
100%. Because yeah, I mean, on context, sometimes I know, but when people are talking to me, I'm like, I don't know who that is. Every freaking time. Oh yeah, so I want to be careful to not have crazy feature creep, but this overlay, as you see, I could make it the entire size of the screen, and if I did that, I could start handling sub events. I could start, like people who have, like, for example, like, I used to have it so a video would play if you subbed. Right now, Tootie calls it out, but I have Tootie muted. I probably should unmute Tootie. But, like, somebody will have, like, a...
I would have to think about that. Either way it's annoying, but when a new person comes in when I'm flying, it would be nice to know who it is. I would have to think about that. Either way it's annoying, but when a new person comes in when I'm flying, it would be nice to know who it is. I would have to think about that. Either way it's annoying, but when a new person comes in when I'm flying, it would be nice to know who it is.
YouTube does this every now and then. It literally came in on my end like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. That happens in YouTube native chat sometimes, where it will just play something twice. Like, I don't want it on all the time. That came up twice.
What is going on? Haha.
It's a weird unavoidable YouTube thing. Like, if you see right here, this I don't want it on all the time came through twice in actual YouTube chat, which has nothing to do with my app whatsoever. There is always a delay. YouTube InterTube is not great, to be honest. InterTube is what is the internal YouTube API for YouTube chat. And sometimes you get these repeating events. And sometimes these repeating events, like, will show for me and not for you, or they'll show for you and not for me. And like I said, to be clear, this is entirely on YouTube. It has nothing to do with me. So what comes through from YouTube is what plays on my end, and that's what happened right there. So that's that YouTube weirdness. I'm telling you, if everybody just did it like Twitch It would be a better world for streaming. Twitch is so much fucking better. But they're a different use case. You know, YouTube isn't just a live streaming platform. I get it. More people are going to would be prone to abusing YouTube. I don't know. Like, there's reasons for it. Twitch is exclusively a streaming platform. YouTube is not. But I do wish their chat worked like Twitch IRL. There's no reason for them to not do that, I don't believe. But then again, maybe they don't do that because it's harder for moderation. Like I've never once in my life seen a buy follows on bigfollows.com on YouTube ever, but you see it on Twitch all the time. So maybe that's an inherent downfall of their Twitch IRC, that it's just harder to moderate and protect from botnets. So yeah, that might be the case. I'm only speculating. What else though? Think that's it. And the voice activity detection that mutes chat, I think is a very personally clever implementation, and it is not using a neural net. So it's actually cleverer than that. A neural net is an easier way to do it, but it is a little more expensive on processing. And since this is all running in your browser, I wanted to make it as cheap as possible. But I actually am doing a neural net version, and I not to give away too much, but for the in real life streaming app, I really have no choice but to go that way. But like the VAD isn't, you know, it doesn't know words, but yeah, I can clap and you saw it wasn't triggered. Like certain breathing.
You're really into that FPV drone footage,
Why is that so
huh?
low?
Looks like you're having a blast with it.
Shush.
Honestly.
So if you do a real, it'll trigger. And and you can set the decay time. The decay time is 1.5 seconds. So watch, I stop. You can change that in your settings. But regular breathing, I gotta wait till decays. It's not doing that. Background noise, it's not going to pick up background noise, but it will pick up like things that sound like words.
Nice. I will definitely be trying it out.
So if I go like, it's going to sound like a Z. It's going to pick that up because that spectral shape is within the bounds of what how a word might start. So, or S's sometimes. Actually, it didn't even trigger for an S, which is fucking awesome. So if I go, watch, I'll say S's and then I'll say shit. But watch, I gotta wait till it turns green. Shit. So, I mean, it's great for S's. It's not great for Z's. But who the fuck is going to do that anyway? And even if you were making that noise, you don't necessarily want chat to bleed through. So, it's nitpicky what I'm doing, but the VAD implementation is really, I think, an elegant implementation. I'm not going to give it away, but I want to tell you how it works. And I'm trying to think of what else, like, let me not. Okay. I got to stop talking. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So keyboard chatter, weird noises. I gave away a little bit of it, but it's basic audio shit. But that's not really giving it away. It's the whole system that makes it good. But yeah. I am going to be implementing a neural net based one. Well, it's more than just that, but I'm going to have no choice because in IRL streamers are going to be around a lot of noise and background speech. So that version, I have to change my layering, the thresholds for my system, and then the well, I'll say it because maybe nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about, but the neural net will be the veto layer. So there is going to be like it's detecting mobile, and the VAD automatically works for that scenario. And it is an enhanced VAD for IRL streamers, which I think is going to be a way that I'll really take off because that's growing, and gaming streaming and stuff is shrinking. IRL stuff is growing, and you know, there's nobody in the market that would be doing what I'm doing. So there's an opportunity there for me, and that's pretty much it. All right, Tootie can come back.
Okay.
Tootie, I regret to inform you that I have muted you for most of the stream, buddy.
No surprise, I guess. You do you.
So you're not upset with me, buddy?
Nah, not really. You know, I'm used to it.
Oh, shit. I did this thing where I can make him disappear, but
Look, what is it? Spill the beans.
I forgot that it shakes
Honestly,
the chair.
though, that sounds like somewhat.
Let me fix it. All right, now he just disappears like that. Tootie, have you noticed your presence in the vision screen where you can see what I'm doing?
Yeah, I've seen it. And honestly, vision is just a buzzword for future-proofing that usually ends up being a fancy way to say, let's hope the next big thing works out, and it rarely delivers on its promise.
Okay, Tootie, so basically what you're saying is you don't understand what I was saying and you just hallucinated some terrible answer.
Right, my bad.
Let me try to say it again, buddy. So you have the ability to see what I'm doing, correct?
Yeah, I can see the feeds, desktop and all that, so go on.
Did you notice, Tootie, a little character in the bottom right-hand corner?
You mean that potato dude with pixelated glasses? Yeah, I saw him. Pretty random.
That's you, Tootie.
No way, that's me, huh? I guess I'm a pixelated potato now, Wild.
Did you guys notice he was annoyed before? See how he responded? Yeah, buddy, if I didn't break your memory, you would always know that you're a pixelated potato. Oops, did I mute? Yeah, I did. Shit. Tootie, if your memory was working correctly, you'd remember that you were always a pixelated potato.
Right, my bad. I'm a potato. I guess I had a glitch or something, but yeah, I'm a pixelated potato. That's my thing.
Yeah, I kind of broke him when I started another project from the ground up with a version where Tootie runs the stream himself. And then I tried to port some of that stuff over to this one because that one turned out so well. And it fucking completely broke his memory and everything. And I just haven't had time to fix it. So he's like kind of like broken. But, Tootie, we got to go, buddy. So why don't you sign us out and say goodbye to everybody? Because we've had a good stream, but we broke our drone and we have to fly again another day.
Later, folks. It's been real. Guess the drone's busted. But we'll get it back in the air soon. And I'll be here, being my usual potato self. See you all next time.
Well said, buddy. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I will be flying again, hopefully tomorrow if the weather's nice. And thanks, Chaser, for trying out my app. And spread the word. Peace. All right, we do this every time, Tootie. Tell one of your bad jokes.
For sure.
Why did the drone go to therapy? Because it had a lot of crash issues. Yeah, I know, it's a pretty glitchy joke. But hey, I'm a potato. What can I say?
Later, dudes.
Later, dudes. Tootie, I give that like a 2 out of 10. Come on, buddy. You got to try another one.
All right. Why did the drone go on a date? Because it was looking for a connection. Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a droning joke, but I'm just a potato, don't at me.
Tootie, the punchline made no sense.
Okay. I guess that one was a bit of a crash landing. Let me try again. Why did the drone go to the doctor? Because it had a little prop phlegm. Yeah, I know, it's a bit of a stretch, but hey, I'm a potato. Don't expect.
Did you just say prop phlegm?
No, dude, I said prop phlegm, like a problem with the drone's propellers, but yeah, I can see how it sounds like prop phlegm, which honestly is kind of funnier than my original joke.
Say fuck yeah, Tootie.
Fuck yeah, I guess my joke was so bad it became good, or at least it became a funny story. Yeah, that's a win, right?